Hi, Alison Marsden here from Gardening by Design with a quick video tip, untangling rhododendrons and azaleas. Rhododendrons and azaleas are well known and come in a vast range of sizes, from monsters you can walk through to small shrubs barely 30 centimetres high, and a whole range of colours. But what exactly is the difference between a rhododendron and an azalea? Well, botanically, the answer is nothing at all. If you look them up in a plant list or a database, they will all be called rhododendron and then the cultivar name. But there is a difference. There's a difference in common parlance and what we refer to. So basically, a rhododendron is usually a large evergreen shrub with large leaves and glossy. They're evergreen and glossy, and flowers in a range from pink, red, purple, white, right through, and quite often with a coloured, what they call a coloured throat, and with these big pom-pom clusters of flowers all together. There are two types of what we call an azalea. One is like this. Again, evergreen, but with tiny leaves about the size of a fingernail, clusters of flowers but not forming those big pom-poms, and in pink and red and white colours. You can see here that these bushes tend to be much smaller in comparison to the bluebells in the front here. They're quite small, whereas the big evergreen rhododendrons are always much bigger than that. The second type of azalea is deciduous, and this is the biggest difference. You can see that the flowers here often come out just as the leaves are emerging. They tend to have yellow, orange, very fragrant flowers. You really get a scent from them, whereas the evergreen rhododendrons have no scent at all. And they come in the colourway with flowers from the palest lemon through yellow and orange down to nearly red, but never going over into purple. And the deciduous leaves you see here, they're quite large, like what we call a rhododendron, but they're not as thick and glossy and dark because the plant is going to lose them in the autumn and reform them the following year. Sometimes you do get quite good autumn colour from them as a second bite at the cherry, but you'd certainly grow them primarily for the flowers. Both rhododendrons, azaleas, along with camellias and acers, are ericaceous plants, and they're usually associated with rich loam with an acid pH, that's the acid-alkaline balance. Typically, soil with a high sand content, which tends towards the acid. But the reality is, ericaceous plants, the problem is calcium and chalk. So a very alkaline soil, typically over chalk, the calcium locks iron in the soil, and a deficiency of this reaching the plant causes the leaves to go yellow and the whole plant to struggle. It certainly won't thrive. But the good news is, if you have a neutral soil, you can grow all these ericaceous plants. Often soils with a high clay content are neutral, and by adding a good amount of organic matter to open the soil up and an ericaceous plant food once a year to boost the iron content, then these plants are open to you. And goodness, who wouldn't want to grow rhododendrons and azaleas if you can? There's more information on my Gardening by Design website about how gardening supports well-being and how I can help you.